When your liver's in trouble, your whole body feels it. Watch for these 9 hidden warning signs and 3 proven ways to restore your liver's strength. Welcome to Fresh Fuel Guide. The liver is the body's silent hero. It filters toxins, regulates digestion and energy metabolism, and maintains internal balance, homeostasis. Yet, we often only pay attention to it when it's already too late. Many people believe that only alcohol harms the liver. In reality, a diet high in sugar, processed foods, omega-6 rich vegetable oils, frequent use of painkillers, or viral infections can silently damage the liver over time. In this video, Fresh Fuel Guide will help you explore the warning signs that your liver may be crying for help. Early detection is the key to natural recovery and long-term health protection. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any valuable health insights. Number 1. Pale stools, a whisper from a weary liver. Emma couldn't remember the last time she paid close attention to the color of her stool until one morning. Something just looked off. The typical brown hue had disappeared, replaced by a pale, clay-like gray. No pain, no fever, no apparent symptoms, but her instincts told her this was a quiet warning from her liver. Few people realize that stool's brown color mostly comes from bile pigments, a substance produced by the liver. When stool turns pale, it can signal a blockage in bile flow or a decline in liver function. According to the American Gastroenterological Association, gallstones are the most common cause of interrupted bile flow, especially in adults. However, other hidden enemies, such as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, viral hepatitis, cirrhosis, or side effects from medications like acetaminophen or hormonal contraceptives can also interfere with bile circulation. A study published in Hepatology revealed that people with NAFLD had more than twice the rate of bile secretion disorders compared to healthy individuals, and pale stools were often among the earliest signs. If this condition persists, especially when accompanied by dark urine, jaundice, or floating stools, get your liver function tested as soon as possible. An ultrasound, liver enzyme panel, or MRI can help identify the root cause. Your liver doesn't cry out in pain. Your stool might speak for it. Don't ignore this subtle signal. A healthy liver is the true gatekeeper of your entire body. Number 2. Night vision trouble, when your eyes reflect liver health. Lately, every time Emma drove home at night, she felt increasingly uncomfortable. The glare from oncoming headlights made her squint, road signs appeared blurry, and it felt like her vision couldn't keep up with the darkness. She assumed it was time for a new eye prescription, but her eye exam returned completely normal. What was causing her loss of vision in the dark wasn't in her eyes, it was in her liver. Few people realize that the liver plays a key role in storing and metabolizing vitamin A, a vital nutrient for the retina that helps the eyes adapt to low light conditions. When the liver is damaged by conditions like hepatitis, cirrhosis, fatty liver disease, or bile duct obstruction, its ability to absorb and utilize vitamin A is significantly impaired. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, people with chronic liver disease have a much higher risk of vitamin A deficiency, making them more prone to night blindness, dry eyes, and reduced night vision. Emma began noticing other subtle symptoms: dry skin, persistent fatigue, and mild digestive issues. A liver function test revealed elevated enzyme levels, an internal warning sign just in time. If you're experiencing night vision difficulties, dry or tired eyes, or persistently dry skin, don't just consider getting glasses, consider your liver. Caring for your liver also means caring for your vision. Consume enough vitamin A from animal liver, carrots, and leafy greens. Maintain a healthy lifestyle, and get regular liver checkups. Number 3. Swollen right foot, a warning from an overloaded liver. Emma could no longer fit into her favorite pair of shoes. At first, She blamed the summer heat. But then she noticed. Only her right foot was swollen, mild in the morning, more pronounced by evening. Strangely, when she pressed gently on her ankle, the indentation didn't return immediately. There was no pain, yet her body was speaking up. Her doctor called it localized pitting edema, and surprisingly, the root cause wasn't in her foot, it was in her liver. When the liver weakens, due to cirrhosis, fatty liver disease, or chronic hepatitis, blood flow through the portal vein becomes restricted. The resulting pressure buildup causes fluid to leak into soft tissues, especially in the lower limbs, and more noticeably in the right leg. But that's not all. The liver also produces albumin, a protein that helps retain fluid within blood vessels. When albumin levels drop, fluid escapes into surrounding tissues, making leg swelling an unmistakable symptom. According to the World Health Organization, low albumin is one of the leading causes of edema in patients with chronic liver disease. The American Journal of Gastroenterology reports that up to 60% of cirrhosis patients develop leg swelling before showing any other obvious signs of liver disease. Emma didn't wait for jaundice or abdominal bloating to appear. She adjusted her diet, had her liver checked, and increased her physical activity, and gradually, the swelling in her legs began to subside. Don't ignore a subtle symptom, especially if it keeps coming back. It might be your liver's quiet telling you, I'm overwhelmed. Number 4. White patches on the eyelids, a subtle signal from an overloaded liver. Sometimes, small changes on the face can say a lot more than we think. You're not alone if you notice pale, slightly yellowish white patches forming on your eyelids, no itch, no pain, and they don't fade over time. Most people dismiss them as signs of aging or dry skin. But for Emma, those little spots caught her attention. She started digging deeper when she realized the patches appeared alongside lingering fatigue, slight weight gain, and a bloated feeling after eating greasy foods. A simple blood lipid panel and liver function test confirmed what she hadn't expected: her liver was overloaded. Her doctor explained that these spots are called xanthelasma, a sign of excess cholesterol accumulating under the skin, often due to the liver struggling to process fats effectively. Under normal conditions, the liver breaks down cholesterol every day. But when it's weakened by fatty liver disease, inflammation, or chronic dysfunction, excess LDL builds up in the bloodstream, eventually depositing itself where it's easiest to spot: the delicate skin around the eyes. A study in hepatology found that over 50% of individuals with fatty liver also had xanthelasma or associated lipid disorders. These patches aren't just a cosmetic concern, they're metabolic red flags. So, don't rush to cover them with creams or concealers if you notice them on your face. Get your liver enzymes and cholesterol levels checked, and let fresh, whole foods and a healthy lifestyle restore your skin's glow from the inside out. Number 5. A sense of pressure on the right side, a cry for help from the liver. Some days, Emma felt as if someone had placed a stone beneath the right side of her ribcage. It wasn't painful, just a mild tightness, a persistent sense of pressure, especially after a large meal. She tried changing positions, breathing deeply, and drinking more water, but the discomfort lingered like an uneasy whisper. After brushing it off several times, Emma finally had it checked out. The results surprised her: mild liver inflammation and signs of bile buildup. The liver is a silent organ, it doesn't scream in pain. Instead, it speaks through sensations like heaviness or pressure under the right ribs, often caused by swelling, inflammation, or bile duct obstruction. A study published in the Hepatology Journal reported that NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, now affects about 25% of the global population and is one of the most common causes of post-meal liver discomfort. This pressure can even radiate to the right shoulder, due to phrenic nerve irritation, or be accompanied by bloating, loss of appetite, or indigestion, especially if inflammation worsens or progresses to cirrhosis. If you're feeling persistent pressure in this area for several days, especially along with dark urine. Fatigue, jaundice, or unexplained weight loss. Let your liver be heard before it breaks down in silence. A liver enzyme test, ultrasound, or MRI is a simple first step, and every healthy meal you choose today is your way of telling your liver, "I've got your back." Number 6. Purple and red spots, a silent warning from the liver. One morning, while applying body lotion, Emma suddenly paused. There were faint purple bruises on her lower legs, even though she couldn't recall bumping into anything. Small red dots also appeared along her arms, not painful, not itchy, but unusual. At first, Emma blamed it on poor sleep. But over the next few days, more bruises appeared in different places. Her doctor explained that these were early signs of a blood clotting disorder caused by impaired liver function. When the liver can no longer produce enough fibrinogen and prothrombin, key clotting factors, blood can leak out of capillaries and pool under the skin, forming petechia, small red spots, or light bruises. A study published in the Journal of Hepatology reported that over 40% of cirrhosis patients exhibited abnormal skin bruising due to the liver's reduced ability to regulate coagulation. Additionally, liver dysfunction can impair vitamin K absorption, worsening the risk of bleeding. In chronic liver disease, elevated pressure in the portal vein can also cause capillaries to dilate and rupture more easily, potentially leading to internal bleeding if not managed in time. Emma was advised to undergo liver function tests and measure her INR, a blood clotting index. She also began incorporating more vitamin K-rich foods into her diet, like dark leafy greens, broccoli, and kale, along with liver-supporting remedies such as artichoke tea and milk thistle. A small bruise today may be the liver's first whisper. Please don't wait until it has to shout to get your attention. Number 7. Cracked heels, a skin warning of liver distress. It wasn't winter. She hadn't been wearing high heels. Yet Emma's heels were splitting, tiny cracks turning into painful fissures. Dry and sore enough to make her dread stepping onto the cool tile floor each morning. At first, she tried every moisturizing cream she could find, but the surface of her skin didn't improve because the real issue lay deeper within her liver. Her doctor explained that liver dysfunction can lead to a deficiency in vitamin B3, niacin, a vital nutrient that helps retain skin moisture and support healthy skin regeneration. When the liver is inflamed or overloaded with toxins, the body prioritizes niacin for liver repair, quietly depleting the amount available for the skin. It doesn't stop there. A weakened liver also reduces the production of collagen and elastin, two essential proteins that keep skin soft and elastic. And areas under constant pressure, like the heels, with fewer oil glands and a tendency to dry out, often become the first victims. A study in the Journal of Hepatology found that over 35% of chronic liver disease patients show signs of B vitamin deficiencies, which commonly result in dry, cracked heels and slow-healing skin. Emma was advised to enrich her diet with salmon, eggs, whole grains, and leafy greens. Apply deep moisturizers daily, check her liver function, and add omega-3 supplements for internal support. Your heels don't just carry you, they sometimes reflect your liver's quiet cry for help. And tuning in, even from the first step, might be the healing your body asks for. Number 8. Dark urine, a quiet signal from the liver. That morning, in the soft light slipping through the curtains, Emma walked into the bathroom like she did daily, still half asleep. One small detail made her pause. Her urine wasn't the usual pale yellow. It was darker, like deep honey, almost tea-colored, as if a forgotten cup had sat out overnight. She drank more water throughout the day, but 2 days later, the color remained. Then came the itchiness, the heavy, lingering fullness after meals, and a kind of fatigue that seemed to come from deep within. She hadn't once thought of her liver until she sat across from her doctor, recounting those seemingly minor details, and received a diagnosis that made her stop, elevated bilirubin levels in the blood, a clear sign that her liver was struggling to process waste. There's a reason urine darkens when the liver is compromised due to a highly processed diet. Prolonged use of painkillers, chronic stress, or silent hepatitis, its ability to process bilirubin falters. Instead of being excreted via bile, the pigment takes a detour through the kidneys, leaving behind a deeper color, a silent message. Emma reflected on the months of deadlines, rushed meals, and nights of painkillers followed by sleep. She hadn't realized how each small habit had quietly burdened her liver. Now, each morning in silence, she still checks the color of her urine, like someone listening for something about to break. Not out of fear, but out of understanding. Sometimes, the body warns us in the smallest of ways, and only those who truly listen will hear it. Number 9. Yellow skin, when the body wears the liver's final warning. Emma didn't need a mirror. All it took was the confused glances from her friends during conversations to know something wasn't right. In the late afternoon light, her skin no longer looked rosy, it had taken on a warm, pale yellow tone, like aged parchment, and the whites of her eyes, once clear, were now tinged with the yellow of sun-faded paper. She didn't feel pain, no fever, but she had an ongoing itch, persistent fatigue, dark urine, and a constant bloated heaviness in her lower abdomen, like she was carrying around a clouded pool of water. Her doctor didn't need to ask many questions. A blood test for bilirubin and liver enzymes confirmed it. Her liver was damaged. And jaundice, the yellowing of skin and eyes, was the body's final, most apparent, and most urgent cry for help. Inside the body, bilirubin, a pigment produced from the breakdown of red blood cells, should be filtered by the liver and excreted via bile. But when the liver is inflamed or blocked, bilirubin accumulates in the bloodstream and seeps into tissues, turning the skin and eyes yellow. According to the Journal of Hepatology, jaundice is a common symptom in patients with hepatitis B or C cirrhosis, bile duct obstruction, or liver toxicity from medications. Emma had once ignored the smaller signs, like fatigue and darkened urine, but now, her body was no longer whispering. It was ringing the alarm. And if you, like Emma, are starting to notice these signs, don't lose hope, because the liver is the only organ in the body with the remarkable ability to regenerate, if you give it the care it needs and the time it deserves. Now that we've identified the key warning signs of a liver in distress, the big question remains: can we reverse the damage? The good news is yes, because the liver has an incredible capacity for healing. In the next section, we'll explore practical, science-backed steps to support liver recovery and restore vitality to your body. Number 1. A fiber-rich diet, the key to reversing fatty liver. It wasn't a clinic. It wasn't a prescription. Emma's recovery began with a basket of greens and a plate of boiled beans on her kitchen table. When she was diagnosed with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, Emma wasn't entirely surprised. She often skipped breakfast, snacked on cookies, and sipped sugary milk tea every afternoon. Over time, her liver had quietly turned into a storage unit for fat, quite literally. Instead of panicking, she chose to start over with fiber. Emma added leafy greens to her lunch daily, tossed black beans into her morning oatmeal, and swapped white rice for whole grain brown rice. Low-sugar fruits like apples, pears, and blueberries became her new favorite desserts. She did not drink sugary drinks or sodas, just plain water with a hint of mint. She had no idea she was following exactly what a study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism had once confirmed. Within just 2 weeks of a low-fat, high-fiber diet, liver fat content can drop by up to 20%. Emma didn't count every gram of fiber, but she noticed every small change: mornings that felt lighter, meals that no longer left her bloated. Her skin looked brighter, she slept deeper, and most importantly, her fatigue began to fade. After 8 weeks, her liver function tests showed marked improvement. No medication, no procedures, just fiber, from the simplest, freshest, most natural foods. Number 2. Cutting out free sugars, the secret to liver recovery in 8 weeks. Emma didn't eat many pastries. She didn't even add sugar to her coffee. But every morning, that chilled bottle of 100% fruit juice from the supermarket. And every afternoon, a small milk tea with just a little sugar after work had silently layered fat onto her liver for years. She didn't realize that the sweetness on her tongue came from free sugars, the kind added during food processing or extracted from their natural sources. These sugars cause weight gain and promote fat accumulation in the liver, disrupt metabolism, and push the liver toward chronic inflammation. One evening, Emma came across a study in JAMA that struck a chord. Adolescents with fatty liver disease showed significant improvements in liver function just by cutting free sugars from their diets for only 8 weeks. It wasn't a strict diet. Emma swapped bottled juice for lemon-infused water. She replaced milk tea with unsweetened herbal tea. She didn't give up sweetness altogether, she just chose natural sugars from whole fruits, complete with fiber, which provides energy without contributing to further liver fat buildup. 8 weeks later, her liver enzyme levels had dropped. Emma was sleeping better, and her waistline felt lighter. No restrictive dieting, no expensive supplements. She made peace with her liver by no longer feeding it the things that had quietly worn it down. Number 3. The power of plants, how Emma healed her liver with what grows from the earth. Emma's meals revolved around animal protein, sunny-side-up eggs, sausages, melting cheese, and perfectly grilled, fatty meats. Easy to enjoy, easy to get used to. But also, it is easy to exhaust her liver. One evening, after reviewing her second round of liver enzyme results, with no improvement, she closed her laptop, stood up, and walked into the grocery store. She started with green, kale, broccoli, deep purple berries. For the first time, her shopping basket did not contain meat, cheese, or packaged sweets. These things grew from the earth without needing a health label to prove they were good. Emma wasn't going vegan, but she made a conscious shift toward plant-based foods, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, flax seeds, and oats. And that's when the healing began. She didn't yet know that a study published in Clinical Nutrition had already confirmed what she was intuitively doing. People who follow a plant-forward diet have a significantly lower risk of developing fatty liver disease compared to those who consume more meat and processed foods. She just knew she felt lighter, not just in her belly, but in her mind. The antioxidants in her vegetables, the fiber in her beans, and the anti-inflammatory compounds in her berries were quietly doing what no medication had managed: detoxifying her liver, improving insulin sensitivity, and reducing fat accumulation. Emma wasn't chasing a diet. She was rebuilding trust with her body through the most natural, honest foods possible. Thank you for joining Emma and Fresh Fuel Guide all the way to the end of this video. If you found this content helpful, feel free to share it with friends and loved ones who care about health and nutrition. Have any questions? Want to dive deeper into a specific topic? Leave a comment below. We're always here to listen and respond. And don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the notification bell icon so you never miss the latest science-backed updates on nutrition and health every week. Fresh Fuel Guide, fueling your life with clean energy for a healthier, happier you every day.